evening, and I'm going to assemble and disassemble the computer system. We are going to use a screwdriver to open the system unit. We'll use a screwdriver to open the internal components. Now let us start. Open the system case. Now, as you see, this is the system unit internal components. This is power supply. This is the hard disk. These are the hard drives. Now in our we have two CPU fans. We have the CMOS. We have the RAM modules, and now we are going to first disconnect the cables from the power supply, which are connected to the motherboard. We're going to first disconnect from the motherboard, then also from the hard disk. Documents. Both the cables are disconnected from the hard disk. Disconnect also this cable from the hard drive. Disconnect the power supply cable from the hard drive. Power supply from the CD-ROM. We're going to disconnect also our CPU fan from the motherboard. We also remove our speaker, which is connected on the hard disks. Now we are going to remove our RAM modules, which are connected to the motherboard. After disconnecting, we are going to remove our hard disks. As you see, the system unit has two hard disks. Now we also remove this hard disk. After removing our hard disk, we are going to remove the power supply. Now we are going to get our screwdriver and remove the power supply. We first loosen the bolts. Then we are going to remove our power supply. Remove the power supply. Remove it back. Then the next thing we are going to remove the CPU fan from the motherboard. Get our screwdriver. Loosen the bolts. After loosening the bolts, this is our heat sink. This is our CPU fan. The next thing, we are going to remove the CPU chip. When you are removing the CPU chip, you have to be very extra careful to avoid touching this part. Then we close the case for the CPU chip. Close the CPU case. Then we are going to remove the CD-ROM drive. Then we are going to remove the CD. Then we are going to remove our CD-ROM drive. Then I'm going to remove the motherboard from the system case. Loosen the bolts. Also remove this. Also remove this bolt. After loosening the bolts of the motherboard, we remove it carefully. This is our motherboard, and this is how it looks. Now this is an empty system case, and this is how it looks after removing all the internal components. So now the next thing what we're going to do, we're going to reassemble the components back in the system unit. Now we are going to assemble back the motherboard back to the system unit to make sure that the USB ports and the mail adapter ports face this side. To make sure. So that is it. Now the next thing, we are going to tighten back the bolts of the motherboard. Then after tightening the bolts of the motherboard, Then we bring our CPU, but have to make sure that the clips attach themselves properly. First open the CPU case, we set it properly. Then we close the CPU case. Then after, we are going to connect our CPU fan and the heatsink. Then we tighten the screws of the CPU. Putting back the CPU fan, we connect it back to the motherboard. Then the next thing, we are going to get the CD-ROM drive and insert it back. CD-ROM drive, we are going to reassemble and put back the power supply. Make sure that this faces outside. Then it is firmly fixed. Then we get our bolts and we tighten the power supply. Then we tighten our supply back to the system case. After that, we are going to put back our hard disks in the system case. Then we insert back our hard disks. Then the next thing, we are going to bring back this cover. We insert it properly. Then the next thing, we are going to get our RAM chip. Then we insert it back. First open this, which will be to insert it back. Make sure that this faces down. Then the next thing, we are going to insert this here. Then the green thing here. Then we are going to get our speaker back to where back our speaker connected back to the motherboard. Then we have the power supply to the next thing, we are going to put back the data cables. Make sure that this is a female one, data cable 1. Cables here. Then we get the cable 2. Connect it back to the motherboard. Then after we connect the the CD-ROM back to the motherboard. Then the next thing we are going to bring back our cover. Then our system unit, all the components. Now we're going to bring back the cover. We fix it properly. Make sure that then that's all. Thank you for pause. Thank you for watching. Remain Senamle Joseph. Like, subscribe, comment.